The best way to hold government accountable is with the Sunshine Act. It says that this board shall provide reasonable opportunity to comment prior to taking official action. So when the room got full on our virtual meeting, they should have suspended all actions until after such time that the people had a reasonable opportunity to comment. So please hold your government accountable, attend meetings, and make sure that they comply with the law. They're not above the law. Let's take a couple quick peeks and I'm going to show you how they're getting screwed. Totally screwed by your government. Okay, this is the budget. If you notice, transportation, right? They took out the busing. Okay, they also took out some plant maintenance and services. That comes back to bite you in the butt, right? They also took out pupil health during a pandemic. They should protect the students and save the community, okay? Administration went down a little bit. Instructional staff went down a chunk, right? Same with the support staff. You know what didn't go down? Can you believe it, right? This contract negotiation has taken place. Look, they put in almost $1 million from past years. This is your history according to the state records, right? This is 2009 to 10. This is what we paid for instructional staff. It comes all the way down here. We're raising it, right? It's going up. Why aren't we involved in this negotiation? Why are they blocking negotiations? Let's take a peek. We're having a meeting coming up. 60% of the invoices, 60% of the checks that are written, right? 60% of the checks that are written were not provided to this board. They were put on the report. The treasurer, Mr. Nathan Fuller, treasurer, responsibility for doing things, right? According to the school code, says that we should be getting a record of all the bank statements so we know where this money's going. It should be in a report. Make sure we see the bank statements. The bank is responsible to give the board of directors a report. Let's take a look. We asked for access to supporting documents. Guess who voted against it? Let's take a look. Steve Holland, Rita Spinelli, Wayne Wentz, Andy Yenser at the time, and Larry Stern. Blockers of access to supporting documents. Let's take a look. We wanted access to support the hires, process each hire. Let's take a look at who blocks that. What do you know? Steve Holland, Rita Spinelli, Wayne Wentz, Andy Yenser, Larry Stern. Once again, shameless. They literally are blocking the transparency, lawful transparency. Let's take a look. Negotiation process, right? Whether or not we should have one. The board accepts the process currently being done. That process is to block half of the people in this board, right? Or 4 out of the 9, I should say. 4 being blocked from access to the negotiations. Why did the budget go up? And the negotiations. And Larry keeps saying, we can't change anything. We have benefits that are out of control. Of the 60 checks that we're not seeing, the actual documentation of what they went for, benefits. Hundreds of thousands of dollars this month going out. No oversight. Rubber stamped. Blind trust. You want to know who it is? Here we go. Rita Spinelli, Wayne Wentz, Andy Yenser, Steve Holland, Larry Stern. Blocking the negotiation process, right? Luckily, Andy is no longer here. God bless it. That treasurer, that failed treasurer is doing good. We're getting him out of here, right? We love that he did not end up being back on this board. However, Nathan Fuller is not doing his job. Let's take a look. We actually talked in January 2020. There's people that hold their oath accountable, right? We should be on the negotiation. We should be observing this negotiation, providing oversight. Why is the budget going up so high? Transportation being cut, other services being cut to the bone, and yet the negotiation's coming up, and nobody knows what's going on. 4 out of the 9 people blind to the process. Let's take a look further along. Who's on this committee? What do you know? Steve Holland, Rita Spinelli, Larry Stern, and Wayne Wentz. Go team tax, right? Come on, people. Whose team are they on? We're supposed to protect the students. What happened in the middle school athletics? Who's on the athletic committee? That would be Steve Holland, Wayne Wentz. Oversight. Where is it? Right? Cutting busing. We have injuries on the bus. Inappropriate aged children being put together. Again, on this bus. Being silenced from the... Just ask why. All we need to do is ask why. Why did you do this? Why did you cut busing? Who on this board cut the busing? Who? Why? That's oversight. Let them explain themselves. If they can explain themselves and it makes sense, hey, common sense works. I don't think you should put inappropriate kids' ages on the same bus. Doesn't make sense. Imagine a kindergartner on a bus with an adolescent teen, right? We already saw some of the injuries that occurred, right? I think the term was, the kid said his head was being used like a yo-yo against the side of the bus, right? Take a look at some of the testimony, some of the actions inside of this district. What's going on? One of the students, I believe, got sentenced to jail. We should take a look. It's in the Times News, allegedly, right? Here we go. So what are these people doing on this negotiation committee? Do you feel comfortable with them doing the negotiations when they already put in the budget all that extra money? Who's watching the purses, right? I volunteered to be on the negotiations committee, and Larry said the committees will stay the same. Why, Larry? Why can't an extra board member attend the committee meetings, right? Doesn't make sense, Larry, right? Here we are, back in March of 2019. Scranton School District said, this is the Auditor General talking about the Scranton School District, right? There's blurred lines of authority between the board members and administration and the professional staff. Blurred lines. No kidding, we got a bunch of rubber stampers here too. Giving a blind trust, right? All board meetings should be recorded and available online completely within 48 hours of the meeting. When's the last time you had a recorded meeting from this school district online, right? And their intent. The district should be strengthened and modernized in its hiring practices. Why are we being blocked from the hiring practice? Larry, should we ask your wife's boss why we're being blocked from the hiring process? What do you think, Larry? Yeah, I think they should resign. Fed up. Done with this rubber stamping. You're getting screwed, public. Right? The board is not a board. It's abdicated its authority. It has responsibility for oversight. It's supposed to comply with the law, follow the oath of office. Right? Does everything it can to circumvent, hide, neglect. It's wrong. Oh, by the way, they're all seeking immunity this time. All of the board are seeking immunity from neglect of the law. That's for advertising the buildings prior to selling them, compliance of the annual financial report, compliance with calling special meetings when the people, their children are being hurt and they want to know why, right? They just wanted to ask why. Have a special meeting, let them answer why. Why is the bus transportation being cut? They just want to ask why. Host a special meeting, let them ask why. Answer the question. Oh, what do you know? It says the Auditor General suggests that they answer, right? The board should have the power to speak to the public and foster a culture of communication transparency, right? They should answer the people. They serve the people. Hold them accountable. Show up at the meeting tomorrow. Okay, one more time, yes or no. Will we allow individual board members that are not part of the committee to attend the negotiation committees? They said, yeah. And they said, hey, give us advance notice. This is back in October of 2018. We have still yet to have one single negotiation meeting identified so the other board members can participate. They're blocking our access. Why are they blocking our access? What's this negotiation going to look like? What's going on, right? Now, this is not the first time we had negotiations. How did they do it in the past? Here you go. They hired an attorney to do the negotiation so the board could participate. Right? Look at that. 8-1 with the only one that said no. The only guy saying no is David Krause. Now you know you're doing the right thing, board, right? When you know that Dave's on the other side of the puzzle. But anyway, that was August of 2013. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Thank you.